Stop acting like a bitch and get your hands up. Hello there, Connor Whitmore here again with another video for you on the Nawtystep channel, and today I'm going to give you 7 amazing VIPs from the bass music world. VIP, aka variation in production, reserved mostly for producers doing remixes of their own music. Sometimes the changes are drastic, sometimes quite slight, but it's almost always an artist refashioning their own tune. Anyone could do a VIP of any tune, of course, you know. End of the day, it's just a remix with a different name, but it's mostly for producers wanting to unleash their music in a new way and kind of show it in a new light, if you will. Really good for correcting mistakes from an original or putting certain ideas in a new style or genre, as we will see here. And so today I'm going to go over 7 of the very best VIPs I've heard in modern bass music. Can be any bass genre, going to talk about them a bit, have the tunes playing underneath. Yeah, let's go. And first up we have arguably the best duo in modern dubstep, Barely Alive with their Deadlink VIP. You know, most of all, I love this one for the production enhancements, I think. It's just like the original, but sharpened and refined and tightened up in a really emphatic way. And, you know, there are changes to the drops as well, exchanging the robotic yoys for the scaling synths and the more far-reaching sounds as well. The intro and outro give it more of an epic feel as well in comparison to the original. It's just got more grandeur and body, sense of story, and that all makes it much more impressive. Just a fresher, more modern version of the original with enough important changes over its course to kind of keep those who know the original well locked in and on their toes throughout. So yeah, it's epic, it's big, it's massive, it's huge. I love it, always have, especially as a development from the original, as I said. So yeah, if you haven't heard it, first check the original, one of their best singles ever in my opinion, and then the VIP. Next up, another duo and another tune here where the structure is pretty much the same with enough important changes across it to make it worthwhile as a VIP or remix, and that's Knife Party with their Internet Friends VIP. Importantly here, the introduction is pretty much exactly the same to my knowledge. The vocal sample and tense instrumental as a combination, again, really working for them here. And it made for a great experience if you saw them live before it came out, because quite frankly and simply, they really surprised you. The important changes being the extension of the first build, the first drop is a new and well executed idea, and the midsection quickens up before the insane dubstep breakdown to close for the second drop. You know, really, really well done. And for me, out of all of them here, it's kind of like a VIP in the strictest sense, in terms of having the foundation of the original mostly there, and kind of springing surprises where it can. So yeah, it's big, again, huge, and yeah. Then the first significant transformation here in terms of the difference between original and VIP, and that is the Pink Cokes VIP by Spag Heddy. The original being a bro step banger, you know, great melody to it, decent beat, but quite drawn out, quite lethargic in the production, just feels a bit, yeah, just, I don't know, like it hasn't got the necessary energy behind it. But the VIP is like that original on crack. It's an absolutely mad, pounding, seizure-like electro number that completely grips you. He really does transform it, from the intro to the builds, the drops, the general energy. It's honestly fantastic as a kind of mutation and complete refashioning of that original, and all the while keeping the melody and all the amazing synths from the original as well. Thrilling, and one of my favourite remixes of the last decade, no question. Yeah, really good, and if you haven't heard it, please hear the original first and then the VIP. You will not be disappointed. After that, another serious transformation from original to VIP, and an incredible one at that, you have to say. And that is Schism with his Elixir VIP. This might possibly be the best VIP I've heard in terms of how cleverly it works something completely new from the original ideas we get, or that he put together. The original being another big bro-steppy kind of number, quite spacey, full of yoys, and very of its time. you know, early 2010s in the best way possible. But again, the VIP is an absolutely mad, quick-paced, fantastically executed thumper of a cut. Basically, you know, every aspect of the original just maxed out. Again, from the intro to the drops, the general production, it's honestly incredible when you hear the original and then the VIP. So ahead of its time, inventive and beautiful even, I would say. And if you ever needed proof he is one of the best to ever do it, Schism, then here it is, right here for you. Moving on from there, another transformation of sorts, but more of a genre breakdown than anything drastic, I would say, and that is Jacob Plant with his Shakedown VIP. By breakdown, I mean simply that the original is a pounding electro banger, typical of Jacob Plant back in the day. If any of you have heard of him, you might have done, you might have not. And the VIP is just a trap version of that tune. Pretty much the same, just in a trap format, really. Really works to make the drops more drawn out and emphatic, enduring. Just makes it more imposing overall and darker, I would say. Keeping the main melody, the vocal samples, the general hype of it, just a trappy, dubsteppy version is all. Simple as, and the kind of simple but effective change I wish we saw more of in VIPs today, because, you know, as we all know, if done well, it's so good, and this is a perfect example of that. Penultimately, one of the most celebrated VIPs in recent bass memory, straight up, and I'm gonna go straight in with it here. Here we go. Holler Out VIP by Jack U, Skrillex and Diplo, that is, and Snails, of course. Another VIP where the structure remains very similar to the original, but very, very important idea differences and changes from one to the other. The original, I would say, is more trap-driven, but the VIP still a bit trappy, you know, in the percussion, but more dubstep-driven, I would say. The former, more bubbly, colourful, bright, and ostentatious, and the latter filthier, beastlier, gnarlier overall. Two completely different drops here as well, and they're both great in this VIP. Can't forget as well the vocal in the first build, which is just genuinely one of the best I've ever heard in modern bass music. You know, there's some of them I know, some of them I know, some of them I know, some of them are Holler Out. Oh, it's so good, and it is only in the VIP and not the original. So overall, a really well done VIP. Very Snailsy, but I like to think that they were all involved, you know, Skrillex and Diplo as well. Yeah, it's just really good. And finally, a VIP which doesn't even have VIP in the title, but is a fantastic mutation of its original, which makes it by virtue a VIP. And that is Zomboy with the extended mix of Like a Bitch. You know, what people know VIPs for most, in the strictest sense, I would say. Slight variations here and there and changes, and yeah, not doing all that much to the original, but just making slight alterations here and there, as I said. This would be right up there with the very best in bass music of that kind. You know, you get the sense that Zomboy enjoyed what he'd done with the original, but just wanted to take it to another level, and that is exactly what he did here. The developments are perfect, from the enchanting introduction to the different builds, the interlude moments as well, but most importantly the dubstep, where he fills the vacated space from the original just expertly. You know, the growls, the screeches, the little moments and flickers shooting out at you here and there. Very complete and rounded feel to it, especially as a follow-on from the original, and in my opinion here, he made it so that the original is now unlistenable, with the VIP being so good. Definitely speaks volumes for the job he did there. Yeah, just a really, really good VIP. But there we have it, 7 amazing VIPs from the bass music world. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching it. But yeah, what are your favourite VIPs from bass music? Any of these? Do you like these ones? Do you not? Again, what are some other favourites of yours from bass music? Let me know, drop all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, then be sure to give it a big old thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell along the way so you can be notified whenever I upload a new video to the channel, and my social media accounts are linked below if you want to find them. But beyond that, keep it naughty. If it's naughty, then you know. And I will see all of you legends in the next one. Peace out.